Mother's Day is coming up in a couple of weeks, and what's better than a present that you made yourself out of the kitchen? I love this sort of thing. It's really lovely to get a gift that's made in the kitchen and to, of course, enjoy eating it. So today we're going to make some dukkar. Really simple recipe. You can use most nuts really. I'm using pecans and almonds today. You just need to roast those in the oven for, it takes about 3 or 4 minutes. Just keep an eye on them because they do tend to, once they start going dark and burnt, they're very hard to stop, and they do it very quickly. So just keep a close eye on those. So you need to roast those in the oven with a little bit of oil and then just let them totally cool down. So I did these yesterday. So I'm just going to pop those into the blender. So about a cup of each lot of nuts, but it doesn't really matter too much if you're not exactly accurate. Just a nice amount of each one. So we're just going to let those whiz for a little bit. So you just need to keep checking that because you don't want them to get to the consistency like a peanut butter. And you've got to add other ingredients also after this. So you want to make sure you still leave a little bit of roughness to still blend after you've added the other ingredients. Right, so that's looking good. So, and you can smell it too. The toasted nuts smell really amazing. So I'm just going to add my spices now. So a tablespoon of cumin seeds. There we go. And whoops, coriander seeds that was, sorry. And this is a tablespoon of cumin seeds. Pop that in there. And 1/4 cup of sesame seeds. So put those all in together. Just need a small amount of salt, just about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then lastly, I like to add just a bit of dried cumin as well. It just gives that extra flavour. Even though you've got the cumin seeds, it just gives a little bit more of a flavour boost. So just add about 1/4 or 1/2 teaspoon of cumin powder also. So then just pop your lid back on and you really just need to blend it only for a few more seconds. So just a little bit more. And there, and you just need to make sure you catch it. I can just see that just starting to get a little bit oily because there's so much oil in nuts. Nuts are some of them more than 50% fat or oil, so you just need to be careful because when they do get too blended, they just tend to go into a paste. So I'm just going to put those into some present bags because that's why we're doing this for Mother's Day. So I've got 2 examples there, just a plastic bag or a cellophane bag and a paper bag. So if you're using the cellophane bags, you can just buy them like this from gift shops or from craft shops, and you just spoon the dukkar into there. So that's what it has ended up looking like. If you're popping it into the paper bag, you do need to line it with one of these cellophane bags also, because it is so oily, it does tend to soak through the paper bag and makes a bit of a mess on the outside, so it looks much better if you just pop it straight into the cellophane bag and then into the paper bag. So tie a beautiful bow on it, put a lovely tag on. You can get these from the craft shops as well. So happy Mother's Day, and put the lovely bows on them as well. Now the thing is, of course, also they make great presents for all around the year, so I've left that tag open because it could be used for a birthday, and this does tend to keep for a long time. You can keep it in the freezer, which makes it last even longer, so even if you made it up in big amounts, you could store it in the freezer and just make your gift bags up as you're ready to give them out. So I hope your mother might enjoy having something like this for Mother's Day, or some other gift during the year also.